Hi everyone, Scott Lewis here for Wirefly. Today I'm here to talk to you about HTC's latest flagship phone, the One. Now, right away you can tell that the One's a little bit unique because of its HTC Sense 5.0 user interface that's layered on top of the Android 4.1.2 operating system. The new style of home screen is called Blink Feed. You can see it still has your clock and your weather, but it gives you different snippets that you've signed up for of different things that you think are interesting. Your Blink Feed can consist of news, social updates, email, text messages, so you can have a lot of different things to digest very easily and very quickly in your Blink Feed. For those of you traditionalists that are used to your regular Android, you do still have the ability to make your standard Android pages, and you can add widgets and different icons to those. Just like you'll see that it has standard navigation. You have the home key and the back key. On the bottom here you have a micro USB charge port. On the side here is the volume up and down rocker switch. On the top is the power and sleep button along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. And over here is the SIM card tray. On the back, then one of the nice things about the One is that it's made from almost a complete solid piece of aluminum. So seams and edges are kept to a minimum with the One. Something about the One that a lot of people are talking about is the rear-facing camera, which is only a 4-megapixel rear-facing camera with LED flash. Now HTC is saying they only need a 4-megapixel camera because of all the improvements and enhancements that they've made in the internal parts of the camera. Let's keep talking about the phone, but we'll wrap up today's quick look with some different video shots and some still images from the One. The One has a diagonal 4.7-inch Super LCD3 display with screen resolution of 1080 by 1920, which gives it an overall pixel density of 468 pixels per inch. So that means the One is sporting a 1080p high-definition display. Running the One is a 1.7 GHz quad-core processor, 2 GB of processor RAM, and it has 32 GB of onboard storage. The One is lacking micro SD card expansion, but the 32 GB onboard storage is plenty for most users. The One also comes with Beats audio integration that's enabled when you plug in headphones to the One. But for those who don't like to use headphones, the One actually has dual stereo speakers. There's one on the top and one on the bottom of the front. So it's definitely a design enhancement that HTC's made on the One, where they've brought the speaker from the rear of the phone onto the front so that you can actually hear what you're watching. And to wrap up our tour, the One has a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera. Now let's take a look at some sample photos and video from the One. Alright, here's some sample video from the 1080p recording HTC One. It's kind of an overcast day here at Wirefly, but it's quite warm for a February day. Let's see how the HTC One picks up all the different definitions up in the clouds. The display is very easy to see. So that was our video sample from the HTC One. Let's go ahead and take a look at some sample photos now. Navigating through the camera and the camera menu on the HTC One was very user-friendly and very easy. The One also has a lot of filters and effects that you can add to your picture to make it look a little bit unique. Something that really stuck out to me about the HTC One's camera is the fact that it really captured the clouds, the definition of the clouds, and the color differences between the clouds very accurately. And that wraps up our quick look today. My name is Scott Lewis for Wirefly. Thanks for watching.